Hey guys, I am live here in Jericho Park in Vancouver, and I'm here to do a sort of a very quick first impressions of using the GFX for landscape photography. So I'm going to back off here and you can see, hello there, I'm here with the GFX 50S, and I have on the camera the 32 to 64, which I think pretty much this camera was designed, not this camera, this specific lens is meant to do these type of landscape pictures here. Can you see that? So first impressions, this camera definitely feels like a tripod type camera. Hey guys, I don't know really how good this audio is. If it's I'm doing my very best. This is on my iPhone here, so I don't really know how well it's working. I used the GFX yesterday for street photography. I was able to pull it off. I was using mostly audio is great, excellent. Thank you, Kevin Mullins. Hey, Kevin. So I was using this for street. I would recommend using the 63mm lens for street, but the 32, thank you, Daniel. The 32 to 64 is great for this type of photography. All right, I mean, look how beautiful this is. So again, Jericho Park in Vancouver. So I have this set. It's a beautiful day. I have it set at ISO 100. Okay, set at ISO 100, and because of that, I'm stopped down to, let's say, f11, and let's just see what kind of shutter speeds I'm getting here. I am getting, can you guys see? I'm not sure if you guys can even see this. There's so much shadows here and reflection, but I'm at 1/100th of a second. So at 1/100th of a second on a tripod, that's kind of where you want to be at. And here, like most DSLRs, you can see on this panel here all your main settings. So if you're using the EVF and you just want to, once you have it framed and you're on the tripod, you don't always need to be looking through the EVF, especially if you set the exposure. So anyways, I'm gonna be shooting here, and I'm also gonna go to the beach, and the beach in Jericho is beautiful. So this lens here, I have the 32 to 64, as I mentioned. I had a great time shooting with it on the street, but I'm also going to use this camera. I'm going to use this lens for landscape and maybe studio. This is not really a great studio lens, 25 to 50 equivalent. By the time, I think for studio, the most useful focal length is 64. So might as well just put on the standard lens, the 63mm lens. Here we go. See, now you can see me here in the reflection as well. So you can use this, the 63 for studio, and I also have the 120 for studio. So anyways, so this is what I'm looking at so far. Because this is pre-production, we don't have access to the raw files. We're only shooting in JPEGs, and I could tell you that the JPEGs doing street look fantastic, but the real test is in the landscape, because we're getting a lot of details, you're getting shadows, you're getting highlights, and so I'm gonna start looking for stuff like moire and color fringing. I'll be looking at distortion is not a big deal, but even like vignetting and stuff like that, I'm gonna just see how well this lens here. So again, the 32 to 64 lens is probably designed to do this type of photography, and so let's see how it goes. I don't think I'm gonna shoot this live. Here, I'm gonna see if I can I live? Here you go. So I don't think I'm gonna be recording this live while shooting with it, because it's a little bit difficult. So my only thing I can say is yesterday shooting with this camera for street was fantastic. I'll be posting pictures on my website as well as probably on Fujilove, and I'm gonna be doing a YouTube video. Today will be landscape, and then the next 2 days I'm gonna, like maybe tomorrow, I'm trying to do some studio work and get a studio photographer to test this camera for how well it works in studio, which I think that's one of the things that this was designed for. And then on my last day, which is Thursday, I'm probably gonna be shooting my video, my quick 4-day review of this. And I will eventually, because right now I am using a a pre-production model. I will be getting a production model probably in the next couple of weeks. So once I get that, I'm going to be doing a more full, extensive review of the GFX 50S and be using all the lenses, because right now I have the 120 f4 in my backpack, the 1:2 macro, and someone had mentioned, can I do some macro photography? So I will try to do that from home. I have a setup where a lot of you see my product shots. I can do that, like some low key, and maybe in my garage I'll do some high key studio type pictures. But again, I'm only going to be able to do it for just a couple of hours. It's not really fair to test a camera. I'm going to just turn this around here again. To test a camera of this caliber with such a short, time with it. So, I even want to test this with the tethering ability, right? Tether it to a laptop, use that little bracket on here and run all the cables through here as well. I mean, should I try video with this? Because they do give you the microphone input as well as the monitoring. So there is a serious crop. I forgot what the crop factor is. I think it was 2x crop, and so there is a serious crop on here. So I don't really know how ideal that is. But for studio, I mean, I think, as I've mentioned before, so this camera is on a tripod, right? And you have access to your battery to the side here while it's still mounted, and you have access to your memory cards here while it is mounted. And so this is a fantastic camera for studio, and on a tripod it feels very comfortable. Street photography, it's totally up to you. I did it just for fun, but would I use this for street? No. I would, even if I'm getting better image quality, I would still stick. Yes, the how do I like that strap attachment? You know what, I'm gonna try it. Should I try it now? I'm gonna try it now, guys. This is not easy because the grass is wet. The grass is wet and I am by myself. So here I have the strap, and we did try this at Leo's Camera Supply. They are using, it looks like a Hasselblad. It looks like a Hasselblad type connector. So let's I'll show you how it works. It basically, and then, can you see that? It clips on, and then you just pinch it like that. Actually, here, how does it work here? Sorry guys. It just clips on. Again, it's just hard for me to do it with one hand, but this little plate here, I think it pushes. Anyways, once it's on, it's on. There you go, it is on, there you go. So once it's on, it's on. And I'm gonna try the other side here. Here, flip this around. And let's see if I could do a better job on this side here. So here we go, clip it on. Here, there we go. Is it on yet? There is a way of clipping this on, but it does slip on very easily. Once it's locked in, it's locked in. I just can't seem to. Hello Denmark. Hey guys, this is like really difficult to shoot this by myself. Anyway, so once it's clipped in, you can see how this is kind of how it just kind of loops around this belt buckle here. So if you don't like this, this, I mean, it's not a bad strap. It has kind of a like a rubberized back, and then there's some kind of a, I don't know, like like what camera bags are made of, whatever that is, some kind of a polyester. I don't like it. I was talking to Victor from Barton 1972, and he said that he was going to design a strap for the GFX. So you're going to start seeing more and more brands creating this loop kind of a style strap. And oh, see, they came off there again. So again, this is not a problem with the strap here. I just haven't, I don't really like shooting with this strap. There you go. So I'm not sure if you heard that, but it just clipped in. So once it's clipped in, the way you take it off is, I think you pinch this. You pinch this here. Anyways, I'm doing a very bad example of how this comes on and off, but it is easy once you figure out how to do it here. So these are the lugs here. So I hope that worked out, guys. Sorry for this very ghetto. Yes, it is very hard to do this with one hand, so thank you for understanding. And now I just I put my camera bag on the ground. I did this with my other video with my Instagram live, but I am testing the the Zgin Yeti backpack. I've never used the Yeti because to me it was way too big. I like the Yali backpack better, but now that I'm carrying around these medium format lenses and body, and I also have the Canon M6, and I have the XT20 and a 50, and I have tons of stuff in here. So because of that, I have to carry this big backpack. So look for a review of that as well. But really the main review here, guys, is, I'm gonna turn the camera around here. The main review is the GFX 50S, and so far I am very impressed. I opened up the files JPEG only in Lightroom, and I'm shooting JPEG plus RAW, but right now we still don't have access to the RAW files. But even with just the JPEGs, man oh man, shooting with that 50 megapixel sensor, the larger 33 by 43 point something sensor is just amazing. And so I can't wait to be able to open up. I'm shooting lossless compression. If you want to shoot the full uncompressed RAW, I think Billy was saying it's over 100 megabytes. I just don't want to spend the JPEGs. I think from what I remember, they were like, how big were they? 24 to 30 megabytes, around that big. And then the RAW, the compressed RAW was maybe 60 or so, 60 or 70. And then the uncompressed RAW is like over 100. So to me, I don't see a huge difference between the uncompressed and the lossless compressed. I'm sure there are guys that will shoot stuff like landscape like this that can pixel peep and really see the difference, but for me it's not what I do, so it doesn't really matter that much to me. So anyways guys, I am gonna cut this short here. Thanks again for joining me on this live event shooting with the GFX. I have this for just a few more days, and tomorrow I'm gonna probably focus on shooting studio with this. So yesterday was street, today is landscape, and then tomorrow will be studio. And example JPEGs, I did actually post something on my Twitter, so if you want to see any examples, go to my Twitter account and you'll see that. And eventually I'll create a video, a proper video, and I'll post all the pictures that I've been taking. And also hopefully I'll get some studio work done, and then I got to give this back to Fuji by Friday. So 4 days is a very short time to be testing a camera of this caliber, so please be patient with me. I will have my own production model review copy probably in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be able to do a more extensive review at that time. So until then guys, you'll just have to put up with these ghetto videos. Thank you for putting up with these low res videos. If I missed your questions guys, just if you don't mind, wait for this video to properly render and allow you to start commenting. And when you comment, please, if I missed your comment or your question, please just add it. Hey Jonathan Lyles, how's it going? If I missed anything, just ask the question again and I'll do my best to answer it as quickly as possible. So thanks guys for watching. And again, I'm here, Jericho Park, beautiful day here in Vancouver. Nasty camera. You know what? There's been a lot of talk about how ugly this camera is. I will discuss it about what I think about it aesthetically. I think from the front, this camera looks awesome. From the back, this camera looks pretty darn sweet. It's just when you look at it from the side, this hump here, a lot of this reason why there's a hump is because of the battery compartment. See how much that takes up there? Right? The sensor is like right here. So if they built this camera down instead of back, perhaps it can make this a little bit thinner. But I love, there's some cameras that are so ugly, they're beautiful. I mean, to me, like the Pentax 6.7, it's so ugly, it's beautiful. And there's the other cameras, like I love Saab, the cars, and some people hate the look of Saabs, but I love Saabs. They're so ugly, they're beautiful. And so for this camera, I have yet to decide if this is an ugly but beautiful camera, but you know what? This camera can definitely shoot, and that's kind of the point of a camera that's really more about function than it is form. It's not an X100F, right? So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy shooting.